Welcome to Active Living at the Active Life. We're here today on St. Patty's Day at the Active Life having a party. And I'm going to show you around the center and all the different activities going on. So stay tuned. You're going to enjoy today's program. This is the Arts and Crafts Room in the Activity Center here at the Active Life. I'm here with Ellen Spence and Marilyn Allen, and they're busy at work. Tell me, Ellen, what are you doing right now?
I'm putting the last border on the breast cancer quilt. We make one every year for Breast Friends for Life, and they have their Paint the Town Pink later this year, and we always try to have the quilt ready so that they can use it as a fundraiser.
Excellent.
And this is about the 6th or 7th year that we've done this.
Wow, that's wonderful. What about you, Marilyn? What are you up to?
Okay, I'm cutting parts for a new quilt, and Ellen and I are constantly cutting parts for donation quilts, like in those frames out there, so that they can be given to anyone that belongs to the center that goes to the hospital, and after they get out we want them to feel loved and cared for, and we feel that these quilts give them a little bit of love.
Yeah, that's great. So basically we do a lot of charity quilts, but also personal quilts that people are busy at work. And the quilting group is called the Golden So-and-Sos.
Right.
And so they can come anytime during the week, right? Monday through Friday from 8 to 4?
That's right. We have a room full just about every day. Everybody has their own little talent. Some quilt. We have 4 frames set up, 2 with donation quilts and 2 with bigger quilts. And we have certain ladies that quilt all day, you know.
Wow.
And Marilyn and I, neither one of us hand quilts, so we do the sewing and the finishing of the quilts. So.
All right. And if Marilyn, someone were to come here and they had never quilted before, will some of the ladies here be able to show them how to quilt?
I love doing that part. That's my favorite part, to start them all the way from the basics and show them how to choose material, how to choose an easy pattern, how to cut it, sew it, and then other people teach them how to hand quilt.
It's amazing the tiny pieces that you have and that they'll be put all together into a beautiful quilt. And how long, Ellen, does that process take?
Well, if I did it from start to finish, probably in a week, but I keep so many projects going at one time that
Here's one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I started this one Saturday. It was already cut out, and I ran across it and pulled it out, and I put the squares together over the weekend.
Okay.
But it might be 6 months before I finish it. So I have about 10 things going at one time.
Okay. Well, great. Well, that's quilting at the Active Life.
That's right. We love it. We'd love to have some more come in and join us.
And the fellowship is phenomenal. We have what we call the round table. Every morning we all get around the round table and share the latest news, family, political, anything you can think of. And we're all great friends.
All right, thank you.
We're family.
Yeah.
I'm here with Barbara Hudson. She leads our scrapbooking club, which is called the Paper Dolls, isn't it, Barbara? Tell us about what you're doing here this morning at the Active Life.
Okay, well, we're taking a little bit of a break from scrapbooking to make some cards. So we worked on that last week, and we're working on it again today. What we're doing is sending them to the Operation Right Home. It's a project where you send blank cards overseas, and the servicemen pick from them, and they can send them back home.
Excellent.
So we've done that once before, and this is the second time we're doing it. So we've been working on those. The last project was a little homemade scrapbook that turned out kind of cute. This is called a squash album.
Oh,
So it
wow.
opens out, and then you put your pictures
Oh,
in
okay.
there.
Wow,
So we
that
worked
is
on
nice.
that, and then they've been working on 50s and 60s photos. So
Okay.
doing pages with that. That's
Excellent,
fun.
excellent.
Rocking the 60s.
Now, the scrapbooking club meets here on Mondays at what time?
We start at 12:30.
Okay, 12:30.
12:30 till about 2.
Okay, 2 o'clock, right. Well, thank you for showing us, and this is called a cricket,
A cricket,
and
yeah.
it prints out that and all your projects you're
mash
working
a
on.
button, and the center was good enough to provide this for us, so we're thankful to have it.
Excellent, thank you. Elaine Tankersley coordinates our crocheting and knitting group. They refer to themselves as the Knitwits.
The
is that-
Nitwits, that's right.
And they do beautiful works of art, and a lot of their time and energy is spent with projects that are charity-based. Is that correct,
That's
Elaine?
correct.
Okay, what are you holding right now?
This is one of the little sweaters we do for the Columbus Regional Center for Preemie Babies, and we like to give them something nice to go home in, or some of them may not quite make it home, and there's something nice to put on the children.
That's beautiful. What are some other charity projects y'all do as a group?
We do the things for the Craddock Center, and we do scarves and hats for the children there that are underprivileged and have mostly nothing to look forward to. We've got some little blankets we're going to give them that were handmade between us and the so-and-sos. We've got the blankets, we've got bibs. What else do you want? We also do things for the Smoky Mountain
Okay. You collect.
Children's Orphanage. We collect Campbell soup labels, the entire label, and we collect the box tops, and
Wow.
they are using those to purchase things for the school that they have for the orphanage. And the soup labels are going to buy a van. It takes 1 million labels to collect enough to make the van. So
Oh, that's
we're
great.
working on all that if you'd like to help us out.
Now, you mentioned the Craddock Center. We are planning a trip soon to the Craddock Center, and that's in North Georgia.
North Georgia.
And they work with low-income children and families,
Right.
and y'all have done so many beautiful crocheted items. Is that right? Hats and
crochet,
all for
knit.
during the cold winter time.
Crocheted knit items and
Excellent.
even gloves, socks, depends on whatever
Okay.
the person wants to donate their time to. It's not all done here in the center. We do it here, but we also do it at home, and it's actually hours and hours that we spend on crocheting and knitting.
Okay, but you meet here Wednesdays
Wednesday.
after lunch.
At
Is that
1
correct?
o'clock, yeah.
Great, that sounds wonderful. If you look over on this side, we have also an oil painting group, and they meet on Tuesday and Friday afternoons here, all afternoon. And as you've seen the samples of the work, they are very prolific in their artwork. So come on out and find out more about our arts and crafts here at the Active Life.
Why United Way? Because United Way of West Georgia helps support 25 local organizations. Organizations that make life better for all of us. Yes, 25. There's no easier way to help so many of your neighbors through a single donation. When you give to United Way of West Georgia, you help a lot.
First place is table 17. Second place is table 9. Third place is table 4. Fourth place, table 6. And fifth place is table 5. All right, okay. We're in the dining room of the Activity Center here at the Active Life, where people are fellowshipping and laughing and joking around. I'm here with Wanda and Harry Stribling. They are members here at the Active Life, and they also volunteer in our community through the Kiwanis Club. Tell me about the Kiwanis Club and what you do to help improve our community.
Well, the Kiwanis Club was founded here in LaGrange in approximately 1940. So we've been around for a long time. I've been a member for almost 14 years. And basically our emphasis is raising funds to put back into our community to help children.
Excellent.
Serving the children of the world is our motto.
Wow, that is wonderful. And so how have you been able to volunteer in the Kiwanis Club? What roles have you assumed there in the Kiwanis Club?
Well, we've both been president, and then we've also both served our division as lieutenant governors.
Excellent.
But at the present time, I'm in charge of the Georgia District chairperson for Young Children Priority 1, which is children ages 5 and under.
Wow.
And I'm on the scholarship committee, which we are in the process now of choosing a senior from our schools here in LaGrange for a scholarship to college. And that's what we raise our money for, is to help these youngsters go on to college, once they graduate from high school.
Wow. Well, this is Wanda again and Harry, two of our members here at the Active Life, and I hope you'll come out and meet them and others here in our dining room. This is the game room at the Active Life Activity Center, and in this room we've got billiard playing, we've got dominoes, we have mahjong, we have other card games, we have Wii bowling, all here in the game room. And I'm with Al Sellers, and he likes to play pool. How long have you been a member here at the Active Life?
About 8 years.
Okay. And how often do you come to play pool each week?
3 days a week.
Okay.
And enjoy it much.
Okay. And what do you have to say about the fellas you play pool with here?
They're good fellas. We have a good time. Good competition, good fun. Very good.
It sounds like y'all have a great time.
Very good.
And y'all have a competition once a month, right, where you play for bragging rights for a trophy. But it's a good place to hang out, isn't it?
Very much so.
Well, thank you very much, Al.
Thank you.
Just there by herself because. So how much is a bike mail charge to take? $10.39.
This is the media room at the Active Life. We have 14 computers. We have various groups that come and utilize this room. One is the Genie Club, and Mel Henry is the coordinator for that group, and they use the computers all week long, but primarily their club meets on Monday mornings.
Right.
And they get together. And what do you do in the Genie Club?
Well, genealogy is a mystery, but it's a personal mystery. You're trying to find where your ancestors are, where they came from, and what made them come here. Some family trees, like mine, I have 675 people in it. This is both my family, my father's family, and my mother's family. We were all the way back to Germany, where both of my family came from, and I have been in contact with people over there that's still living there. And in case of my mother's household, there are still her relatives living in the same house in Germany. But it's a mystery. What you're trying to do is solve it. And genealogy.com or ancestry.com is the one that supplies all the necessary information. There are other sites that are helpful, but Ancestry is the easiest.
So if somebody knows how to use the computer, you could be able to show them how to use Ancestry.com to be able to do genealogical research on their family?
We take everybody from unable to use the computer at all to pros. Those that don't know how to use the computer, we help. Most of the people that are new here do not know how to use Ancestry. So this is the reason why we're here.
Wow.
There are other people besides myself that helps in this because it all depends on how many greenies we have.
This is where we just get into.
Mel also helps to coordinate the computers. We have 14 computers here. We have wireless. All of them are connected to high-speed internet. We have a shared printer that people can utilize. So our lab here is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. And occasionally it'll be closed for special classes. We have beginners, intermediate, and advanced level computer classes in here. We've got the retired Marines meet here, the American Legion meets here, retired peace officers meet here. We have a monthly medical screening that all is in here. So this is kind of our catch-all room, isn't it? For all types of things. But if you need some one-on-one instruction, Mel is always kind to be able to give you some basic information on computer usage and anything to share with them on.
Well, we now have 2 Windows 8 computers, and we're trying to decipher and learn how to use it. If people are having trouble with their Windows 8, we may be able to help them. But we're learning as well as other people are doing. It is a difficult system. It's not as easy as Windows 7, but we're getting into it.
Wow. So if you're 55 or older and would like to explore your family roots, or would like to come in here and utilize the computers to shop, whatever you want to do, we have these resources for you here at the Active Life. This is Clarence Mandy. He's one of our volunteers with our safety committee. Clarence, how long have you been a member of the safety committee?
About 3 years.
Okay. And what do y'all do on the safety committee?
Well, we walk around the property and make sure that there's no hazards outside for our seniors as they go around walking around the walking trails or doing exercises or whatever. So we make sure that everything is out of the way, and we prepare them with fire drills, fire safety. We check the fire extinguishers every month to make sure that they're in proper working order. And we also do demonstrations in the dining room to show them home safety.
Wow.
Of the hazards that they may have around their home, electrical hazards, and especially in the kitchen when they're cooking with the long sleeves for fire prevention.
Oh, that's excellent.
And this time of year we do tornado drills.
Oh, yes, yes.
And we have color-coordinated charts which they know where area they are to go in if there is a drill. And then Dan notifies us through the TV networks as to where the tornado is, or if it's a watch or a warning. And then we also do other safety tips, you know, for around here and at home and for driving.
Excellent.
And matter of fact, I think we have an auto inspection coming up, which
the safety committee does,
twice a year, checking people's cars to let them know what flaws they may have, whether they need to rotate the tires or battery change or so forth.
Wow.
And it's a lot of things that we do.
That's great.
And
I know
we coordinate with the sheriff's department.
Yeah, speaking of, the sheriff's office has been out and they've done a safety audit. The LaGrange Police Department, the Troup County government, we've had different organizations that come to help look around and see if there's anything we're missing. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay, well, thank you, Clarence, for all that you and the safety committee do here at the Active Life.
Why United Way? Because 99 cents of every dollar donated to United Way of West Georgia stays right here to help your neighbors. Yes, 99 cents. United Way makes every penny count. You can count on United Way, and United Way of West Georgia is counting on you. Please give today.
Stop and look at the judges. And the most original costume for St. Patty's Day celebration at the Active Life 2014 goes to, drum roll please, somebody do some, Ethel Shelma! Come on up, Ethel. Next category is classiest dress, and the winner goes to, drum roll please, Charlie McFarland! Under the dress category for best all-around goes to, drum roll, Mildred Smith! She has a cowboy theme for St. Patty's Day. That was very original.
We are here in the Wellness Center at the Active Life. This is the lobby, and in the lobby we've got 2 Wii bowling machines, and we've got Wii bowling going on. I've got Nancy Perdue with me, and she is a avid Wii bowler. She's a part of a team of 6 teams that compete on a national level with the National Senior League. What's the name of your team, Nancy?
We're the Rolling Four.
Oh, all right. And so they compete weekly against teams all over the country. But Nancy also is a volunteer here at the Active Life in the area of Medicare assistance, Georgia Cares. And she is a resource that people can come to make Medicare decisions, like Medicare Part D, the drug and all that. What else do you do with working with Medicare? And
Well, we have 2 types of Medicare programs. We have the Medicare Advantage program and the Medigap program. And we try to explain to our seniors the difference in the 2. We help sign them up for a particular type of insurance. It's most important that if they do not have Part D by the time they're 65, they definitely need to do it. Don't they pay a penalty from now on? Also, I help people with Medicare bills that they feel that they don't owe, or maybe there has been some encoding areas with the hospital or the doctors and so forth. We clear those up. We have people who are not really sure what type of insurance they have. We can check into this and make sure that they're covered.
Excellent.
This is very important when you get to be a senior.
Oh, that's great. Here in the Wellness Center, we just started every other Tuesday having a representative from the Area Agency on Aging that works with Georgia Cares that can come and answer questions, especially targeting those people that are getting close to 65.
Exactly. When you get to be 65, then you can go on Social Security and Medicare. At this particular time, Medicare runs $104.90 a month if they take out the Social Security check. And you need to sign up about 3 months before your birthday, before you turn 65.
Now, also, Nancy, you mentioned you're working to help prevent people from falling into cons and scams.
Exactly.
Tell me about that. What do y'all do to help alert people of those?
We're able to, well, most of our people who have been targeted with some of these people that you're referring to come in with some information. We read this information, we compare it with what's been provided to us from the Medicare. We can also have resources where we go to the state. We can normally get a better price than what these other people, and we show them, and also we compare the different type of coverages that the different insurance policies offer.
Excellent.
Things that I'm not able to answer here, Belinda Jones, who is very knowledgeable in the area of Medicare and so forth, is here, as you said, every other Tuesday. So some things that I can't handle, we delay until Belinda comes in and she's willing to help those.
Excellent.
Even whether they're members of our senior center or not, as long as they're 65 or
55 and over.
or over.
Okay, excellent, great. Now also the Troup County Sheriff's Office will help us with scams and help to alert us when there are scams in the area. But thank you for all that you do.
I mentioned I'm a member of the SMP, the Senior Medicare Patrol, and so any scams that we get, I do work with the Sheriff's Department and also with the state to report these scams.
Okay, all right, thank you. Margaret Ross is one of our fantastic volunteer fitness instructors here at the Active Life. She teaches the morning stretch on Mondays and Fridays at 9:30. She also does an intermediate aerobics class on Wednesdays at 11. And then she also, I think, does the regular aerobics at 10:30 on Fridays. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And so she's busy helping to get individuals healthy and happy and fit. So how long have you been doing this, Margaret?
About
2 years.
Okay.
Time goes though.
Yeah.
When you're having fun.
I know, and it looks like you have a great time doing that.
We have a marvelous time. Some of the most wonderful people come here, and we have such a wonderful director who does a very good job for us. We ask for it and we get what we need, be that the SOS bands, the blocks, the stretch bands, whatever we need. You are so good to get that for us and do that for us. Plus, it helps them. And since I'm an older person now, I love doing this I know how important it is and how much better they feel if they'll come and do that.
So
that
it does,
morning stretch.
They notice a difference in their life if they exercise?
One lady went to her doctor and he said, "What have you started doing?" She had lost some weight. She's doing Celeste's 90-day challenge, but she was moving, and when she first went to him, her therapist, she could not move her head, and now she can move her head here, and we do those every morning stretch. We stretch everything from the top of our head to the tip of our toes. And we always say there's no competition. You just do this to feel better. And if you can't touch your toes, touch your ankles, touch your knees, do whatever you can do to make you feel better. It's for you, not for anybody else. And so I've had several people. One lady said that her physician told her he could take her off the breathing machine if she continued to come and we do deep breathing and stretching because we need that so badly, and especially as we get older, we need to move these joints.
Great. Well, thank you, Margaret, for all you do for our older adults in our community.
It's
through
my
the Active
pleasure
Life.
and joy to do it. And thank you for being here, and I'm so grateful that we have this place. We can come and fellowship together and support each other and stretch these bones that God says are fearfully and wonderfully made. And we don't need to be couch potatoes. We need to move and enjoy and laugh and have fun together.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Doris Purlee is our volunteer fitness coordinator here at the Active Life, and we were just talking before about two of our programs, our morning stretch and our intermediate aerobics. Doris, what are some other fitness classes that we offer here?
We also have a low impact aerobics class.
And what days is that?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 10:30 to 11:30.
10:30 to 11:30, okay.
And we also have a new jazz exercise class. It's very active. It's a good one. Kind of like...
is that the dance fitness class?
It is the dance fitness. That meets at 1 o'clock here at the center. That's a free class.
On Wednesdays, right? And then what time do they meet? In the late afternoon on a couple of days?
On Tuesdays
and Thursdays. Okay, all right, great.
And our programs are designed for anybody of any ability. You can be as inactive as you want or as active. And we all know how important exercise is for good health, don't we, Dan?
Well, I hope you come on out. We not only have exercise classes, we have dance classes. Some of them cost. A lot of our classes are free. But I hope you come out and take advantage of these great classes.
Finally, for the best Irish jig. And the winner, drum roll please, goes to Virginia Miles. Thank you to all our contestants. I'm going to go.
Whoa, do you enjoy today's program? We had a great time today at the Active Life. I hope you'll come out and visit us personally. Have a wonderful week.